You're watching Gold Rush on a Rush, and we're recapping the Season 6 episode, Mammoth Channel. So what happened? Treasure Island is out of thawed pay, and Rick removes the access ramps, until Parker arrives and finds thawed pay. He orders Rick to rebuild the ramps to get it. There is some swearing, obviously, and now even Rick is complaining that Parker is no longer around. Rick begins the work, and then Parker shows up again and tells him to dig deeper. At the end of the week, Parker and Tony weigh the gold and find 283.2 ounces. This is now the third week in a row we haven't seen Parker do a single bit of work. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. Tony decides the dredge needs to be run 24 hours a day, even though they are not ready, have no lights, and are not trained. But they do it anyway. 3 hours into the night shift, heavy boulders shear off the bolts to the grizzly bars, fall into the trommel, and then get stuck in the conveyor. Luckily, the cameras are there to catch every second of their journey. But how will they get the boulders out? They are too heavy to lift, so they try running the conveyor to get them off the conveyor. And it works. For 2 of them. For the last unliftable boulder, they lift it out. The next night they need to move the dredge to new ground, but when they raise the bucket line, a cable gets stuck on the walkway. Gene fixes it with a sledgehammer, but Jerry and Mike have had enough. They refuse to work another 12-hour shift. Tony makes it clear he doesn't care. He is in full jerk mode tonight, and they are both fired. And just like that, Mike and Jerry head home to Arizona. Which is a shame. I had really started to like Jerry. He had taken on the role of the everyman, the one guy who could look at all this nonsense and say what we were all thinking. Maybe that's why he had to go. For the second week in a row, Todd finds a reason to not work. This time he decides to take his son on vacation. And now even the crew is complaining he's not there. But they might want to be careful what they wish for. While he's gone, the supercut has problems. There is a river of thawed mud, and they will need a full crew to clear it. Dave has no choice but to shut down the plant. Too bad Todd isn't there to help, or Jack for that matter. At one point they uncover a mammoth tusk, which is awesome, and then they completely forget about it because it's awesome. Dave says that where there's mammoth tusks, there's good gold. Wait, what? How would he know that? That's what all the gold miners say, he says. Really? That's what they say? That must be hard to continually work into conversation, but whatever. The next day the mud is cleared and the wash plant is restarted. At the end of the week, Todd returns and is angry that Dave wasn't working hard enough. And here I thought I had heard everything. They do a clean out and find 121.15 ounces. And there is an unbelievable amount of head rubbing. Join us next week when yet another exciting discovery is made at Todd Hoffman's claim. This time they find Todd Hoffman. And don't forget to watch the previous episodes of Gold Rush in a Rush.